True Roman, or Jake as he was known to his mates, made a habit of winning feature races during his long and distinguished career in the mid-1980s and early 90s. He was a son of imported American stallion True Dwayne and Remanda, and although he was the only trotter left by his sire, True Roman always looked destined to go right to the top. Bendigo horseman Ron Pocock bought Remanda at a Sydney sale and later secured True Roman at the yearling sales. Pocock broke in and educated True Roman, but decided to get rid of the gelding as soon as he discovered he could not pace. It was about this time that Graham Johansson, a one-time share farmer and one-time carpet salesman, entered the picture. Johansson became involved in trotting when a child at the Victorian town of Wedderburn and started working with horses when he was only 11 years old. True Roman was a big, gangly, awkward thing when Johansson first clapped eyes on him. Although he wasn't interested in buying him, Johansson decided to take him on a month's trial with a $3,000 option. He exercised that option within the month, and True Roman was raced throughout his magnificent career by Johansson's wife, Janine, in partnership with Wendy Dalton, the wife of prominent Victorian harness racing identity Roger Dalton. The partners thought True Roman would be just a fun horse, but he turned out to be a veritable goldmine. Gavin Lang, arguably the best reinsman in Australia, played a significant role in the making of True Roman and was the secret behind the gelding's longevity. Lang nursed True Roman and protected him. He won race after race by a head, and when Lang drove him, there was always a horse left again for the following week.
True Roman carried me a lot of the time too, don't worry, and I was taught from an early age to drive the horses as they feel, and I probably sometimes tend to give them an economical run if I can, and perhaps that did help him throughout his career, yes.
True Roman raced only 4 times as a 2-year-old during the 1982-83 season for 2 wins, earning a modest $2,480. Things were much better as a 3-year-old, however, with True Roman racing 10 times for 8 wins, 1 second and 13,900 in stakes. As a 4-year-old, Johansson decided to leave him out in the paddock for all of the following spring, summer and autumn, and did not bring him back into racing until April 1985. True Roman raced only 8 times as a 4-year-old for 5 wins and 17,200 in stakes, with his major win being the Galaxy Grand Slam at Moonee Valley in May 1985.
On the turn now, 300 metres out, Game Emily still in front by a metre. 2 Blackwood Mac is about to be called upon. 4 metres away, True Roman, he now peels to the outside, 3 wide, followed by Stormy Cloverdale. In the straight, 200 metres out, Game Emily a neck in front of Blackwood Mac, and now True Roman called upon on the outside. He raced up on the outside of the 120-metre mark, never ever going to lose True Roman. He's drawing away now from Game Emily, Stormy Cloverdale making ground on the outside, but True Roman wins easily by 4 metres. Game Emily second, I feel, just in front of Stormy Cloverdale.
The gelding managed only 22 starts in his first 3 seasons of racing, but Johansson admits they nursed him a bit in those early days, as he had leg problems, head problems and other worries, like finding suitable races for him, and then the handicapping. 18 starts as a 5-year-old produced 13 wins and 77,000 in stakes, to become Australia's highest stake-earning square gator for 1985-86. He was also named Australian Trotter of the Year that season. His major win during the 1985-86 season was the $30,000 Australasian Trotters Championship at Moonee Valley in March, when he overcame a 20-metre handicap to beat John Gilbert and Landora's Pride.
Last in the final lap, though, 6:50 out. Leslie Orman 4 metres in front of John Gilbert. Cherie Thor still racing third. Mount Arm 3 wide going forward. Trinket now comes out in front of him. Here's True Roman out 5 wide going forward. In behind them, Casino Lynn, followed by Alfetta. Then Eastern Romance, Landora's Pride tracking True Roman. They're both sweeping around the outside. Breaking up Cherie Thor, checking Alfetta, 4J. Admiral Aaron second and third last. Around the turn, though, 300 metres to go. John Gilbert, the centre, drew a metre in front. True Roman, the outsiders, out after John Gilbert. Leslie Orman can't go on. Landora's Pride now hooked to the outside, making ground, followed by Trinket. At the top of the straight now, True Roman has got to John Gilbert. Landora's Pride on the outsiders trying to pick up True Roman. True Roman went to the lead, though, 100 metres to go. He's too good. John Gilbert boxing on. Landora's Pride can't go on. And True Roman wins by 2.5 metres to John Gilbert. 5 metres away, third was Landora's Pride.
True Roman also won the Chris E. Howe Cup and the E.B. Cochran Trotters Cup that season, and also managed to slip over to New Zealand for 2 races at Alexandra Park, Auckland in May. True Roman raced 20 times in Australia and New Zealand the following season for 14 wins, 3 seconds and 1/3, earning $153,000 in stake money, an Australian record for a square gaiter. A variety of complaints prevented True Roman from racing to his true potential the previous season, but he started 1987-88 with a hat-trick, the first coming in a Pacers race at MOONEE Valley in September. He joined a select group that day as the only other trotter to have beaten the Pacers at MOONEE Valley had been Scotch Notch. By a strange coincidence, Gavin Lang was the winning driver each time. True Roman chalked up several feature wins at MOONEE Valley early that season, including another RC Freestone Trotters Cup in October and his second Chris E. Howe Cup in December, before leading throughout to win the VL DULLARD Cup in January 1988. The best square gaiter in Australia, True Roman looked the only horse capable of preventing the Kiwis making a clean sweep of the Inter-Dominion Series at MOONEE Valley the following month.
He'd gone through the heats and won both of them pretty well, and then we came into the final and we drew the extreme outside, and I sort of thought, well, you know, our winning chance was sort of gone, and but the machine rolled away and he trotted straight to the front, and he was too good for them, and I think that possibly that was, you know, I mean, yeah, as you say, he had a lot of great wins, but I think for the fact that I'd sort of given up when the barrier draw come out and we won the race, it was a great thrill, that one.
Good line. Racing. Landora's Pride has gone away quickly. Second bat was slow to begin. True Roman has begun hard. He's looking for the lead. He's 5 deep of the judge the first time. He's showing blistering toe and he gets to the front. True Roman goes to the lead. Hopping out of its gear, there's Simon Katz out of the straight. Got down fairly quickly. Fair Tally gets to second. Landora's Pride without cover. Tukum Carey gets to the trail, followed by Tussle. In behind them came its Troppo from second bat and John Gilbert last. Along the back in the first lap. In front, True Roman by 4 metres. Fair Tally on its back. 4 metres away, third, Simon Katz. Landora's Pride is left without cover. Trying to drop on the fence, but couldn't do so. Second bat booted through on the inside. Then Tukum Carey. In behind them came Tussle. 4 metres to its Troppo, and 8 metres away, John Gilbert. Coming off the top turn in the first circuit, and Tussle from third last was about to go there for a stride. In front is True Roman by 4 metres to Fair Tally. But here she comes now, Tussle. 11 years of age. She peels around the outside, 3 wide on the top turn. Simon Katz comes off the fence to be within 5 metres of the leader. Then Landora's Pride. Momentarily she has cover. Second bat on the inside, 4 metres away, Tukum Carey. Then it's Troppo, and last is John Gilbert. Down the straight they've gone the first lap, and in front True Roman at the 1850 by 4 metres. Tussle on the outside. She gets to second. Ahead away third is Fair Tally. Then Simon Katz. He has the trail. Second bat racing, 3 back on the inside. In the running line, Landora's Pride. A break of 6 metres to Tukum Carey. It's Troppo second last and 5 metres away, John Gilbert. Out of the straight once again inside the lap and 3/4 at the 1650 metre turn. And in front, True Roman. He's been left alone by 4 metres. Tussle sitting in the death. Third placing, Fair Tally. Then Simon Katz having the run of the race. Back on the inside as second bat. Landora's Pride. 3 back on the outside. 5 metres to Tukum Carey. 4 metres to its Troppo. And 8 metres away, John Gilbert. Coming off the top turn once again inside the lap and 1/4. And True Roman. He's had a good run in front by 4 metres. Tussle the outside without cover. Fair Tally the leader's back. Fourth on the outside is Simon Katz. Landora's Pride close enough in the run. Second bat the inside. Then Tukum Carey. Second last it's Troppo. And back on the fence is John Gilbert. They wheel around the bend now with a circuit to go. 1,000 metres left to travel in the Sky Channel Inter-Dominion Trotters Championship final. And True Roman, he's giving them plenty to chase. He's 3 metres in front of on the outside Tussle. She's done all the work. It's Troppo now from last to Satellite, 3 wide. On the leader's back is Fair Tally. Then Simon Katz in the centre. Landora's Pride now pulls out 3 wide in front of its Troppo. John Gilbert the inside and 1 off the fence, and last is Tukum Carey. Out of the straight the final time at the 700. It's True Roman 3 metres in front of on the outside Tussle. Third placing Fair Tally. He's had a good run. Then Simon Katz on the outside. Landora's Pride out 3 wide will be 4 wide. Simon Katz about to go in front of it. It's Troppo racing deep down the back. Fairtelly needing a run, followed by second bat CHMPS, and 6 metres away John Gilbert. 450 out, the runs are coming. True Roman 2 metres in front. Tussle the outside, trying hard. Out 3 wide, Landor's Pride. Fairtelly needing a run from Simon Katz, and behind them CHMPS. It's Troppo's second bat and John Gilbert. True Roman though, 250 out, will straighten up 4 metres in front. Fairtelly's out in the clear in plenty of time. Tussle under pressure. Landor's Pride not going well. True Roman got away at the 120 though. He's 4 metres in front. He's almost got them beat. Fairtelly is boxing on. Simon Katz is making ground the inside, but it's True Roman for the final. A great local win. True Roman by 3.5 metres. Fairtelly, I think, second. Simon Katz third. CHMPS rattled home.
Runner-up to CHMPS in a heat of the Australasian Trotters Championship at MOONEE Valley a week later. True Roman then beat John Gilbert and Lord Elias in another heat, before finishing a gallant second to Fairtelly in the final from the back mark of 45 metres. True Roman then gave his rivals a trotting lesson when he won the South Australian Trotters Cup by 22 metres at Globe Derby Park in April, before returning home to win his second EB Cochrane Cup at MOONEE Valley. In October 1988, True Roman was announced Victorian Horse of the Year for the previous season. In beating the reigning Inter-Dominion champion Our Maestro by 4 votes, True Roman became only the second square gator to win this award since its inception in 1973. The only other trotter to win was Maori's Idol in 1978, although Scotch Notch went close in 1985 when she was beaten a solitary vote by Preux Chevalier.
Graham only gave him a handful of runs as a 2-year-old, and then as a 3-year-old he wasn't over-raced, and even throughout his career, you know, Graham never... The thing about Graham Johansson is that he looks after his horses and never trained a big team of horses, so therefore he could devote a lot of time to them, and in the end the results showed through. And you know, the horse went through a couple of phases where he became a bit uncontrollable and what have you, but basically the horse was a very good-natured horse and a pretty kind horse, and I think that all those things do help in the long run.
True Roman had 16 starts as an 8-year-old during the 1988-89 season for 11 wins, 2 seconds and 1 third, and $103,000 in stake money. Once again a clear winner as Australia's richest trotter for the season. After winning from tough handicaps at Geelong, Wedderburn and twice at MOONEE Valley early that season, True Roman led throughout to beat Glenfield Girl and John Gilbert in the Chris E. Howe Cup at MOONEE Valley in December. It was his 3rd victory in the big event. Glenfield Girl turned the tables when they clashed in the Australasian Trotters Championship preview at MOONEE Valley the following month. The mare came from 15 metres behind to beat Suave Guy and Highly Likely, while True Roman was 4th from 65 metres. A controversial 5-metre penalty taking her to 20 metres could not halt Glenfield Girl's winning run in the $35,000 Australasian Trotters Championship a week later. True Roman, again of 65 metres, quickly made up his handicap and started a long sustained run 3 and 4 wide into the back straight the last time, but the handicap told.
True Roman second last, and now pulling out 3 wide and 6 metres away. Solar Spring in the straight now with a lap to go. Glenfield Girl in front by 4 metres to CHMPS. Up on the outside is Joseph Boppard from Highly Likely. Game Commander's out 3 wide, hot and dry, back on the rail. On its back in turn came Trinket in the centre, John Gilbert. True Roman steadily making ground 3 wide on the back of Game Command. In behind them, John Gilbert the centre, followed by Suave Guy. He pulls to the outside on the back of True Roman from Cano Joe, and last is Solar Spring. Here he goes now, True Roman. He pulls to the outside, 4 deep of the 650. He's spotting Glenfield Girl, 15 metres. He's winding up True Roman, and look at him go. Glenfield Girl, 600 out. She's 8 metres in front of CHMPS. True Roman knuckling down. He gets the second out after Glenfield Girl at the 500. In behind them, Highly Likely going forward. John Gilbert got chopped off. He broke up. Suave Guy going forward. In behind them, hot and dry from Cano Joe. go. Game Command and Solar Spring. 350 out. Glenfield Girl in front. 4 metres to True Roman. He's given a breather for the moment. 6 metres away. Suave Guy. He gets to third outside. Highly likely. 250 out though. Glenfield Girl. 4 metres in front. True Roman about to have another crack at her. And 6 metres to Suave Guy. At the 120. Glenfield Girl in front. She's still 4 metres. True Roman trying very hard. Glenfield Girl though pulling out from True Roman, Suave Guy, and Glenfield Girl gets there. Glenfield Girl by 2.5 metres. Suave Guy second. True Roman died on his run third. Then Trinket highly...
Appreciating a return to mobile conditions, True Roman turned the tables on Glenfield Girl when they clashed again in the Winfield Free-for-All in February. True Roman led out, but Lee declared him on with Glenfield Girl. The pair hurtled through the first lap at a rate never previously seen in a trotters race at Moonee Valley. It is generally regarded that if fast-class pacers can stop the clock at the 1,000-metre mark in 1940-metre races at 53 seconds or better, they are flying. True Roman and Glenfield Girl stopped it at 50.7.
At the 1,000, True Roman, after flying early, now steadies from Glenfield Girl. 15 metres away, highly likely, Turcombe Carey. Cano Joe now pulls to the outside, 3 wide. Will we have a boilover? Joseph Boppard the rail, followed by Trinket, and last is John Gilbert. They're in the final lap inside the 800. And can this pair in front keep on going after having a war and a half early? At the 700, True Roman, 4 metres to Glenfield Girl. Highly likely, third the rail. Cano Joe pulls out 3 wide. In behind them, Turcombe Carey the centre. As Glenfield Girl comes off the fence now within 2 metres of True Roman. Then Trinket running home from Joseph Boppard and John Gilbert last. At the 500, Glenfield Girl the outside. She draws up within 1.5 metres of True Roman. 6 metres away, Cano Joe. Then highly likely Trinket, Turcombe Carey, Joseph Boppard, John Gilbert. But again, this mighty duo have singled away on the turn of the 250. True Roman by 1 metre to Glenfield Girl. No, it won't be a boilover. 15 metres away, third Cano Joe from highly likely. True Roman the rail by 1 metre. Glenfield Girl raising another effort the outside of the 120. True Roman by 1.5 metres. Glenfield Girl trying very hard. They're both very weary. It's been a mighty clash. True Roman pulling out near the line, and True Roman gets there by 2.5 metres to Glenfield Girl. What a race. Cano Joe third. Then
True Roman won that free-for-all by 2 metres, rating 22.2, setting up an epic clash with Glenfield Girl in the VL Dullard Cup a week later. It had been a long time since True Roman had faced a worthy challenger off level marks, but the time had come. True Roman went straight to the front, and he never looked in any danger.
700 metres out, he quickens up on the leader. True Roman's 4 metres in front, Glenfield Girl second. Cano Joe's about to peel 3 wide and does so. Highly likely he's under pressure. Suave Guy runs on as True Roman gets 5 metres in front and Glenfield Girl's being niggled at. They're followed at the head of the rest now by Turcombe Carey, John Gilbert, Trinket, and Hot and Dry's drop to the rear. 400 metres out and True Roman's giving them something to chase. He shot away the champ. He's 8 metres clear. Glenfield Girl's under enormous pressure. Likewise, Cano Joe. Suave Guy behind them and the rest can't win, but True Roman's got an enormous lead at the top of the straight. He's 10 metres in front. Cano Joe's run to second. Glenfield Girl's run a race, then Suave Guy and forget the rest, but True Roman well clear. 8 metres in front. Cano Joe runs on from Suave Guy and Glenfield Girl, but True Roman too good. Absolutely perfect display of swear-gating from True Roman, and he comes away to win brilliantly. True Roman wins his second Dullard Cup in a row by 8 metres to Cano Joe. Third, Suave Guy, Glenfield.
True Roman became the highest stake-winning Australian trotter in history when he chalked up his second successive Dullard Cup, with the victory stretching his career earnings to $343,000, surpassing former champion mare Scotch Notch. He completed the hat-trick in the EB Cochrane Cup in April, his third victory in the prestigious race.
A half a lap out at the 550. True Roman leads by 5 metres, held together by Gavin over. Glenfield Girl second, third the rail Fair Tally. They're followed by Trinket on the outside. Suave Guy, Hot and Dry, and 4 metres to Cano Joe. He still hasn't moved on True Roman at the 400 metre mark. The champ is 3 metres to Glenfield Girl. Third on the inside, Fair Tally needs a run. Trinket comes out 4 wide, Suave Guy 5 wide, and forget the rest, but True Roman held together at the top of the straight, and he's got away now from Fair Tally. Glenfield Girl has gone, Trinket runs on, then Suave Guy, Cano Joe, followed by at the head of the rest, Hot and Dry, but True Roman's a mile in front of Fair Tally. Trinket, Suave Guy and Glenfield Girl battle out the minors, but True Roman is sprinting away for a brilliant win. True Roman will win the Cochrane Trotters by 15 metres. Fair Tally galloped a couple of strides before the post, but he's a clear second over Suave Guy.
Next on the agenda was the 1989 Inter-Dominion at Moonee Valley, with True Roman requiring only one more Moonee Valley win to equal Scotch Notch's record of 27 victories on the track. The $75,000 grand final provided the classic confrontation, the best from Australia against the best from New Zealand. The top 9 point scorers from the heats had made their way into the final, with 5 Australians pitted against 4 Kiwis.
In the final circuit, 800 metres to go. And Yankee Lock by a metre. True Roman second the outer. Third on the rails, Kano Joe. 1-1 Game Ebony, followed by Tyrone Scotty the rail. Then it's Troppo as they quicken up over Pitcher. 8 metres, Joseph Boppard, and 8 metres to John Gilbert, the tail ender. Down the back, the race on in earnest. Yankee Lock is the front runner. He's out by 2 metres. Second, True Roman the outer. 4 metres to Kano Joe. Tyrone Scotty getting out. Game Ebony under pressure. Then Pitcher, followed by its Troppo needing a run. 8 metres, Joseph Boppard, and a similar margin to John Gilbert. At the 400 metre mark, Yankee Lock still by more than a metre. True Roman on the outside grinding away. Kano Joe needs a run. Tyrone Scotty runs on, followed by Pitcher, and further back it's Troppo. Forget the rest, but Yankee Lock is the front runner. True Roman the outer is going to be the challenger. 8 metres, Kano Joe and Tyrone Scotty. Yankee Lock the Kiwi, the first to turn. He's into True Roman trying desperately. Yankee Lock's drawn 4 metres in front. True Roman trying hard on the outside and running on Joseph Boppard, but Yankee Lock is holding True Roman, Kano Joe and Joseph Boppard with its Troppo, and Yankee Lock the Kiwi leads all the way. Yankee Lock has won by 3 metres. True Roman's run second. Photo third, Kano Joe on the inside, or wide out it's Troppo.
As a 9-year-old during the 1989-90 season, True Roman raced 13 times for 5 wins, 4 seconds and 3/3 and $59,000 in stake money. For the 4th time, he was the leading trotting earner in Australia for the season. True Roman made a triumphant return when he turned in an incredible performance to win the Chris E. Howe Cup for an unprecedented 4th time at Moonee Valley in December 1989, shrugging off a 40-metre handicap to beat Table Card and John Gilbert by 1.5 metres. After winning from 50 metres at Moonee Valley in March and second from 55 metres in April, True Roman chalked up his 4th win in the EB Cochrane Cup at the end of April.
True Roman, though, comes to the home turn at the 250 by 3 metres. Glenfield Girl has run a big race on the outside. She has Highly Likely in her pocket. Highly Likely's about to get out now. Then I'm a Bulldog. True Roman, though, at the 185 metres in front. Highly Likely's got out in plenty of time, trying to pick up True Roman. Glenfield Girl can't go on, but True Roman given a little bit more rain, zoomed away, and a big win. True Roman wins another Cochrane Trotters Cup boldly. True Roman by 8 metres. Highly Likely second. Glenfield Girl a giant run third.
Still going strong, True Roman raced 24 times during 1990-91 for 7 wins, picking up $55,000 in prize money. He added another achievement to his remarkable record when he won the RC Freestone Cup in October. It was his 64th win, 60 with Gavin Lang in the cart, his 33rd at Moonee Valley and his 3rd victory in the RC Freestone Cup. True Roman raced only 9 times as an 11-year-old for 4 wins, 1 at Moonee Valley and 3 at Globe Derby Park. Johansson finally drew the curtain on True Roman's magnificent career after he showed signs of soreness in his troublesome suspensory ligaments after track work at Sebastian. True Roman retired with a remarkable record of 137 starts for 73 wins and 36 placings, earnings of over $530,000.
He shares a paddock with half a dozen brood mares. He's got his own little harem, and you know, if any new horse goes in that paddock, he soon shows them who's boss. And 15 or 16-year-old now, but if they go running across the paddock, he can give them a start and a beating. So you know, he enjoys life here. Graham being based in Adelaide now, he and Roger asked me if I'd care to have him and look after him, and I was only too happy to.